Welcome back. Time now 6:14. The pick is in. President Trump announcing his selection of Neil Gorsuch to fill the empty Supreme Court seat.
And this morning, though, we're digging into who Judge Gorsuch is and his potential role. ABC Action News anchor James Tully joins us live now in the newsroom. He's going to break it all down for us. Good morning, James.
Well, good morning, Dia. I'm here with USF professor, ABC Action News political analyst, as we like to call her, Dr. Susan MacManus, with me this morning. You know, Susan, something you talked about so many times was during President Trump's campaign, he was really having a problem with the Republican base, something we haven't seen a lot of Republicans have a problem with. The Supreme Court choice, the potential for that, was a big turning point. So this morning, with the selection of Neil Gorsuch, how are conservatives feeling about this?
They're very, very pleased because he is a strict constructionist, meaning he takes a very close look at things constitutionally, goes back to the document, and that's exactly what they were looking for. And it is true that they had a good feel for his potential pick because he uniquely put out a list of 21 potential choices in the middle of the campaign, and that was one of the things that helped push some of the conservatives who were worried about him to vote for him.
They were closely vetted, we should mention.
Right. It was a big factor in some of the particularly religious conservative voters' minds.
Now, where are people feeling uneasy about this choice? Because, again, we are replacing potentially, if he is confirmed, a conservative with a conservative after Justice Scalia's passing. So this morning, we've seen some protests, some things like that. Looking at his writings, Neil Gorsuch's writings, his rulings, do you see anything that might make people from the other side a little bit uneasy?
Well, any doubt that this is going to be a very contentious partisan battle goes right out the window immediately. And what some of the Democrats who do not want to see him confirmed are pointing to are some of his rulings that involve religious liberties, particularly the Hobby Lobby case that a lot of people know about. Other of his rulings where he is not as inclined to accept recommendations from administrative agencies like the EPA because they're not elected. So he's a little bit more conservative when it comes to regulations, and so that brings in the environmentalists. So you've got every Democratic group, the environmentalists, the women who are concerned about abortion and religious freedom, the whole panoply of people.
A strict constitutionalist, if you will. Now, the last question I'll leave you with is, will there be a vote for this man? Because, of course, know that there's potential for a filibuster with Democrats. What do you see happening?
I definitely see a filibuster. Democrats in Congress and the Senate, especially, under a lot of pressure to stand up to Donald Trump. It'll be a couple-month battle at a minimum. This is not going to be an easy thing.
And we will have no choice but to wait and see.
And a lot of the senators who are up for re-election next year, Democrats, are in districts that are in states that Trump won. So there's going to be a $10 million ad campaign.
Pressure to get it done.
Absolutely.
All right, we have to go. Dr. Susan MacManus, thanks so much for being with us, our political expert. Dan and Dia, back to you.
All right, thanks, James. 17